We spent the last session talking a little bit about Layer 2 networks and the basic building blocks, VLANs, access ports, trunk ports, things like that. In this section, we're going to talk about how attackers take advantage of some of these mechanisms and ways that we can mitigate or help defend ourselves at Layer 2 and make our network more resilient to Layer 2 attacks. So just like we understand or have an understanding of how Layer 2 works, so do the bad guys. The bad guys understand that ARP and RARP and these protocols that we learned about in the last lesson can also be used for bad things, okay? Because these rules are universal. Whether they are used for good or for bad, they are rules of how network communication works. When many of these protocols were created, security wasn't even a concern. Most of this stuff was to really facilitate conversations without really thinking about the security aspects. So much of this stuff, we've had to go back and add security to many of these things that have existed for 20, 30, 40 years. As a security practitioner, it's always good to understand how things work from a communications perspective in order to best defend against that. That just makes good sense, right? If I don't really understand how my network communicates, say at Layer 2 in this particular example, it's very difficult to understand how to defend against that as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the different ways that we can do it. Cisco, for many years now, has provided tools in the networking products to help you with Layer 2 network defense.